the Steed Stone, then the Steed Stone bonus gives you 100 extra carrying capacity, but more importantly, it makes your equipped armor weigh nothing, which will make, which by extension makes your armor not make any noise, or at least make much reduced noise. And alternatively, as you level your heavy armor, once you get conditioning, you will no longer need the Steed Stone, because this perk, as you can see, makes your heavy armor weigh nothing. I believe this guy's gonna, yeah, he's gonna emerge, whether he detects me or not. Wow, this thing draws. That felt like a really fast draw. But, and so although, ooh, we have some steel arrows here, but they aren't any better than the ancient Nord arrows, actually. And I do hope that I can occasionally give you guys some tips and tricks. I do know a fair amount about this game. I've certainly played it enough to learn a trick or two, although I am certainly no Fudge Muppet or ESO, if you're familiar with those guys on YouTube. I've actually been watching quite a few of both of their videos lately, just since I've gotten back into this game, and especially Fudge Muppet. I really enjoy their content. They make some really awesome builds with really well thought out backstories and role playing behind them. So shout out to Michael and Scott from Fudge Muppet, I guess. Picking up some loot to sell when we return to Lucan with his claw. Okay, this next guy might be a bit of a challenge. Since he is a restless Draugr. He's exponentially tougher than the rest. Although, unsurprisingly, he is trivialized by stealth archery. And that is the reason why there's some within the Skyrim community, there is some amount of eye-rolling at stealth archery builds, because they are so powerful, as you can see even at this very early stage of the game. But once again, that's the reason that I have imposed this 12 arrow limit on myself, to hopefully make things just a bit more interesting, a bit more challenging. because it is quite easy to amend many arrows in a very short time. Like, if you think about all the arrows that I could have picked up at this point. Even if you don't make any of your own arrows, I don't believe I've ever run out, even doing entire playthroughs as a stealth archer. A little overzealous with that guy. But, and if you didn't know, detection in this game is primarily based on, obviously, your skill level. Meaning your sneak skill level. That's what I mean. But the secondary criteria in detection is movement. So if you are standing still, not moving at all, it will be much harder for enemies to detect you. And secondary, again, to movement, or kind of derived from movement, is noise. Which again comes from the weight of your equipped armor and the speed at which you're moving. So, and that's the reason that muffled movement is such a useful perk, and it's why the muffle illusion spell is so powerful, because it makes your footsteps completely silent, which is it's an extremely powerful spell for stealth. It makes it very hard for enemies to detect you while the spell is active. Ooh, that could be really useful. And in fact, I could maybe use some alchemy on this character. Make some invisibility potions. Okay, no run. I want to get at least one sneak attack on this guy. Did he not come out? I don't think he did. I've never seen that happen before. Normally he will come out of his coffin as soon as you learn that word. Maybe because that is really interesting. I guess I moved quick enough that he didn't. And that doesn't even. is really interesting. And I'm surprised that not even making noise alerts him. Because I believe enemies also hear that. For example, if you strike a wall with a weapon. Huh. That is interesting. I have never seen that happen before. And even more confusing is that he's not detecting me even when I'm making noise right next to him. So I guess I'll move on. Guess I'll have to come back for the Dragonstone if I do that. Which, I'm not sure. I mean, I suppose I can do the main story with this character. But, my main focus will be in terms of factions and faction quests. For this character, it will be the Dark Brotherhood and the Thieves Guild. Okay, so back in Riverwood, in a rainy Lorida's morning. Lorida's being equivalent to Thursday, I believe, which is today, at least for me, in the United States of America, in Wisconsin. I'm actually going to take these ingots. And actually, if you... It is really helpful.
Within reason, of course.
Yeah. And that's why it's so helpful to be... or to go with Hadvar. If you're planning on doing any smithing. Is because... him telling Alvor to help you out basically makes you Alvor's friend, or like trusted by Alvor, which means you can take those ingots and some of the less valuable things sitting out here in his shop. This is just different variations of the fur armor. Okay. There's another level up, which I'll put into stamina. 28, 30. 40 sneak. And then oh, I probably should have gone with deadly aim first. I didn't realize that I could get that. But anyway, we can now return the Golden Claw to Lucan. And if you're interested, doing this quest will allow you to...
Hurry up and tell Lucan you have the claw. He'll be so excited.
If you want to marry Camilla,
Show the... You found it.
you will have to do this
I'm gonna
quest.
put this back where it belongs. I'll never forget this. You've done a great thing for me and my sister.
It means so much to us to have the claw back where it belongs.
If you want to steal her away from Sven and Feindal, you can do that once you've done this quest. And the way you would do that is